Okay, let's talk about one of the most important and honestly one of the most ignored organs in your entire body, your liver. It's working 24/7, and when it starts to have a tough time, it sends out these little signals. So today we're going to learn how to read them. This quote just absolutely nails it. Your liver is so incredibly tough. It can kick a real beating and often won't show any major signs of trouble until it's seriously in over its head. It kind of suffers in silence, which is exactly why learning these early signs is so important. 500. And no, that is not a typo. Your liver is juggling over 500 different jobs for you every single day. We're talking everything from filtering out toxins to helping with digestion and even keeping your immune system strong. It's the ultimate multitasker. So, what happens when this powerhouse starts to slow down? Well, its main job as a filtration system gets bogged down. Nasty stuff that should be getting kicked out, like ammonia and bilirubin, starts to build up in your blood. And that buildup is what causes the very real, very noticeable problems we're about to get into. So, let's start with the things you can actually see. It's pretty amazing how your body can show what's happening on the inside on the outside. And when it comes to your liver, you might notice these clues just by looking in the mirror. First up, we've got what's probably the most famous sign of liver trouble, jaundice. This is when the skin and the whites of your eyes start to get this distinct yellow color. It's a classic, crystal clear signal that the liver's processing department is having issues. So, what's causing that yellow tint? Well, it all comes down to a substance called bilirubin. Think of it as a yellow waste product that's left over when your body breaks down old red blood cells. A healthy liver is supposed to grab it, process it, and show it the door. And this really gets to the heart of the problem. A healthy liver is like a super efficient factory for bilirubin. It comes in, gets processed, and goes out. But when the liver is struggling, that factory basically shuts down. The bilirubin has nowhere to go, so it builds up in your blood and gets deposited in your skin and eyes, which is what causes that yellow color. All right, next up. Have you ever looked down and noticed that your ankles, feet, or even your hands are just puffy for no real reason? This is called edema, and while a lot of people might just brush it off, it can be a really important clue from your liver. So why does this even happen? Well, a struggling liver can affect your circulation. Blood flow can get backed up, kind of like a traffic jam on the highway. This creates pressure, which then forces fluid to leak out of your blood vessels and into the surrounding tissues. And that's what causes that swelling. Another thing to look out for is what's happening right on the surface of your skin. If you're dealing with constant itchiness, really dry skin, or weird rashes that you just can't seem to figure out, it might not be a skin deep problem. The root cause could actually be your liver. See, when your liver can't filter out all the junk, your body starts looking for other ways to get rid of it. And what's its backup plan? Its single largest organ, your skin. This buildup of toxins trying to get out is what can trigger all that annoying itching and irritation. Okay, so we've talked about the visible clues, but now let's dive into the internal signals. These are the things you feel instead of see. They can be a lot more subtle, but they are just as critical for understanding what's going on with your liver. Do you ever feel just completely wiped out even when you've had a solid 8 hours of sleep? Or maybe you're struggling with that cloudy brain fog feeling that you just can't seem to shake. Well, these two things are often connected, and the path can lead right back to your liver. Here's the deal. Your liver is like your body's power plant. It's supposed to convert the food you eat into energy. When it's not working right, that whole process slows way down. Plus, toxins can build up and cross into your brain. And the result? You feel totally exhausted and mentally fuzzy. I know, it's not exactly a glamorous topic, but what you see in the toilet is a really important piece of data. As you can see here, if your stool is pale, it could mean you're not getting enough bile. And if your urine is super dark, it might mean your kidneys are working overtime to get rid of that bilirubin because your liver couldn't. These are direct messages from your body's plumbing. And finally, let's talk about something a little different: taste and smell. If food always seems to have a weird metallic taste, or you have bad breath that no amount of brushing seems to fix, it could be a sign of a pretty serious condition. This is a condition called uremia, and it happens when toxins build up to really high levels in your blood because both the liver and the kidneys can't keep up. This has a direct impact on your sense of taste and can even make you feel nauseous. If this sounds familiar, it's definitely a signal to talk to a doctor right away. Okay, so we've gone over the warning signs, and it might seem a little overwhelming. But here is the really good news. Your liver health is something you have a lot of control over. So let's check out some simple, powerful ways to support your body's most important filter. What's so great is how easy some of these things are to do. Take beetroot juice. It's packed with stuff that helps clear toxins and get your blood flowing. And get this, studies have actually shown that a couple of cups of coffee a day can be protective for your liver. Then you've got spices like turmeric and ginger, which are fantastic for fighting inflammation. And of course, never forget the basics. Just drinking enough water is absolutely essential for helping your liver and kidneys flush everything out. And now for something that's totally non-negotiable. While adding good things in is great, it is just as crucial to take out the things that are actively causing harm. Smoking and heavy drinking are brutal on the delicate blood vessels all over your body, raising your blood pressure and putting a huge strain on your entire filtration system. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that your liver's health isn't just something that happens to you. It's an active mission, and you are in the driver's seat. When you really think about it, your liver is absolutely essential for your survival. And by learning to recognize these early signs, you give yourself the power to make small changes that have a huge impact. You can support your body's most important filter and help it do its job for a long, long time. So we'll just leave you with this thought. Now that you know what to look for and some simple ways to help, how are you going to start taking action? Maybe a dedicated plan, like the one on the screen, is the perfect first step.